Our boys are starting this up. Let's get it going. I gotta share the link with everybody. Let me pull it up. And we'll get to drafting. We're gonna make sure it all sounds good. We're gonna complain about our losses. That's what we're gonna do in this first part. We're gonna start at 3. We're gonna start on time at 3. Yeah, turn that music down for me, so I can't hear it. There. That'll be better. Let me share this live with everybody. Get that in Snapchat, get everybody going. We'll have it all good. Okay, gotta share it in there. They got plenty of time. They got 12 minutes to join. Yeah, we gotta make sure Dalton's not rigging this. Dalton, after last lottery, I wouldn't be surprised if he breaks in here and takes it all down, claims himself the victor. Hey there, Logan. Logan's in here. You have to do whatever you can to mess up Dalton's mojo. Like, after Isaac winning the consolation, it's like it's turning into a team of destiny, is what it is here. Thanks, man. Got a little music going. We got our layout set up here, so everybody knows what number you got. Dalton, you got 1 through 30. Grant's got 31 through 60, and so on. And then 1 through 6, I'll fill them in as we go so we know where we're at. And if I just draw a number that's already been pulled, then we'll just throw it out, get rid of it. Somehow, some way last time, we went 1 through 6 every ball. Didn't have any duplicates. That'll probably never happen again. I'm on a 65-inch. I gotta tell my mom that we made it. Take off your shirt. Only if you get the number 1 pick, Logan. Only if you draw number 1, I'll take my shirt off. Yeah, sounds like it's all working out. What other storylines we got with these guys? I mean, Dalton, you got 2 picks. We kind of went over that. Could be 1, 2. You're gonna have a good spot either way. You really want a top 3. You want a quarterback. Wherever a quarterback's gonna end up, there's 2 or 3 that could be pretty solid up here. So you at least want top 4. Very good odds you're gonna get something like that. You want 1, of course, but and then just having that second one to mess around with, that's pretty nice. Grant. So what Grant's got going on here, interesting spot he's in. He kind of needs... You're going to take it off in traffic, Logan. Don't be causing traffic jams. Now, Grant's in an interesting spot here, honestly. He's got an injured Daniel Jones, a struggling rookie Bryce Young. He sent away Matt Stafford, and he's got Geno Smith. A QB room that is going to play. They're all going to play. You got 3 quarterbacks up here in this spot. You got Marvin Harrison Jr. up here, Malik Neighbors, all these guys. He could take anybody. He needs a running back, but that's something that can be solved much later on. I think he's got all his picks. Second round pick, you can solve that with a rookie. He's got a lot to figure out, though, but he's got a good base. He's got Jordan Addison. Don't worry about him there. He's got to figure it out. John, he's coming off a draft where he's had 3 first-round picks, top 7. TJ Stroud, massive success. Bijan, success. Quentin Johnston, we can forget about it. It happens. It happens. 2 out of 3, not so bad. And he got CJ Stroud as the 3rd QB off the board. He could do it again here. Whatever he wants to do. Kenny Pickett may not be the guy. I mean, Mike Tomlin doesn't want him coming back over Mason Rudolph. You never know what could happen with Kenny Pickett. So, he might be in the market for another QB, depending on how this shakes out. Harris and Chris, they're injury central this past season. Sleeping Giants. Had a lot of good players they had to get rid of. Running backs and such, old guys, helping with contenders. They got Anthony Richardson. They got a lot of guys that are kind of sleepers coming back this next year if they can get healthy. Same kind of thing. You'll take a QB if you can get him. I mean, you got receivers up here. Not bad. They do need receivers. They're kind of light on receivers. You got Jalen Waddle. You got whoever else you got. I haven't looked at the squad. But they'll take somebody here. They're not going to be too sad about how they end up. Now, they might win first overall like they did last year on 2%. But you never know what the luck is for Harris and Chris. Dan, our champion. We got a champion here in the lottery. I wonder how that happened. His buddy Dane got him in a good spot here. Not the best spot. Dane also managed to lose the consolation championship, so lost a few ping pong balls over to Dalton's second pick. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen in this thing. I mean, Harris and Chris won this on 2 lottery balls last year, so you never know what's going to happen. There's a chance we could have a champ with the number 1 overall pick. You never know what's going to happen with your good old buddy Dane. Dane, I don't know what's going to happen here. You could, it's already pretty bad for you. But don't worry, it could get much worse. It could definitely get much worse. We're just going to see what happens. There are words to describe people like you, and there may be more words to describe you in a worse way depending on how this goes. What else do we have here? Rule changes. I've got some good ones. Got a lot of good ones to put on the ballot. It's gonna be a big ballot, lot to vote on. Stuff to do with how we do lottery. If we want to keep doing lottery, remove divisions, keep divisions. Whatever else. Median scoring. That's something a lot of people are doing. So basically, you have your head-to-head opponent every week, like we normally do. That's your basic win-loss record. It's basically adding the thing I do for a shoulda, coulda, woulda award. It's like, if you score a bunch of points and still lose, I give you money if you get screwed in the worst way. So we'll pretty much add that in as a second game on the week. So if you score top 6, you get a win. If you score bottom 6, you get a loss. And that's on top of your regular head-to-head. So you can get 2 wins in a week, you can get 2 losses in a week. You can go 1-1, depending on how it goes. It helps teams that score a lot, aka the better teams, get into the playoffs. If you like the randomness of it, of just you play who you play, and that's how it works, you don't want median scoring. If you want the best teams in the playoffs, a way better shot at it, you want league median scoring. That's pretty much what that is. We got 5 more minutes in here, and it looks like we got a good portion of the league in here. Looks like we either got 8 or we got 4. I can't read these views right, but we'll see what we get in 5 minutes. We'll give everybody an opportunity. Let's see. I was in the championship. Kind of blame some people for my loss. First personal blame will probably be... We'll start with my team. We'll blame my team. I'm not going to blame me, but I'm going to blame Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey's calf kept him out of the second half of the game. Soft. Just soft. That's all I have to say to you, Christian. Don't talk to me for like a month. Don't talk to me for a month. Second person I'm going to blame. Middle linebacker on the Lions, Derek Barnes. Should I blame Travis Kelce? Do we blame old people for getting old? That's the question. Do we blame old people for getting old? We might. Do we blame him for being surrounded by maybe the worst wide receiver core in the entire league? We could. We could blame him for that. Maybe if he was nicer to Tyreek Hill, Tyreek would have taken a discount, and then we wouldn't have this problem. So let's blame Travis Kelce's interpersonal skills. Ignore his podcast empire. Ignore anything he does professionally outside of football. It probably doesn't matter. He's just a bad guy to hang out with, and he should work on his personality. I'm going to stop there with Travis Kelce. He has a lot to work on this offseason. If he comes back, might be a retirement, sneaky retirement with his brother. They go into Canton together. Second person I'll blame. Second person. Yeah, Logan, that trade's off the table. You should have took that. I would have been even more depressed. This stream might not have even happened if I had took that trade. The trade Logan's talking about, my Trevor Lawrence and now 111 for Tyreek Hill and Derek Carr, was trying to replace Zeke in my lineup with someone who had a little more boost, a little higher upside. Turns out, Tyreek scored exactly the same amount of points as Ezekiel Elliott, so that wouldn't help me at all. And Logan would have had 111 and Trevor right now. I would have had Derek Carr to go along with my Matt Stafford. The old man's room. But that one is off the table now. All for the future. We could definitely do it tomorrow. That 111's not going anywhere. Trevor's still on. Trevor's still here. We got your guys too. Third person. Fourth person, I'm blaming middle linebacker Derek Barnes. For the Detroit Lions, had Dak in his sights for a safety. Runs right by him. Gives him the old Olay. Dak Prescott throws a 97-yard bomb to CeeDee Lamb. That's 25 points that I didn't expect to be on the board. I lose by less than 25. Derek Barnes, your public enemy number one. I hope you have the worst playoff game in Lions history. Fifth person I blame. Fifth person. This is the end of the list. Fifth person I blame is old Timmy Tapout, Tim Meyer, Timothy, Shiver Me Timbos, for tanking his last regular season game. That really put me in a spot where I didn't know it at the time, but it was going to be the end of me. If he had played straight up, he would have beat me. I would have been number 6 seed instead of 5 seed. And I'd be champion right now. I beat Dan first round. I beat Brandon next one. I beat Logan in the championship. Now it's a good thing this happened to me, the commissioner, and not some poor unfortunate soul who hasn't won a championship yet. Because there would be an absolute shitstorm going on right now for old Tim, and I would have to deal with it too. But it happened to me. I've already won one. I'm the commissioner. Unfortunate things befall upon commissioners. We don't complain about that. Except for on live streams on YouTube. That's when we complain about it. And pretty much any other time it may be brought up, or I think about it, I'll bring it up. So, Tim bamboozled me this year. We're changing some things up with, just how you tank out of playoffs if you're a good team. But he got me this time. And I'll regroup, figure it out the next time. But we're going to move on to 2024. That's 2023 shit. We're moving on to 2024. So, how this is going to go, for anybody who missed it earlier, we're spinning this drum. Dalton hates this drum. Dalton absolutely hates this drum. But we're going to spin it as many times as I want to spin it. And we're going to turn off this music real quick so we get the full effect. It's ominous now. It's ominous. It's just you and me in the silent room. We're going to be spinning this thing as much as I want to. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look at the ball. I was testing it earlier. I can see the numbers on top. So I'm going to really get in there. Make sure I'm giving everybody a fair shot, okay? And what we're going to do is go, whoever I pick first is the number one pick. You don't normally see it like that on like NBA lottery. They make it shady. They put this in a dark room where no one can see it, and they reveal in reverse order. Whatever number I bring out, that's number one. So, you have Dalton with numbers 1 through 30. Grant has numbers 31 through 60. You can see him over there. I don't know where to point. But that's everybody's numbers. So whatever number I pull, and that's your number, you're number one. So we're going to do that right now. Do I have a drum roll? I do. Beautiful. Glad I had that sound effect. I hope everybody heard it, not just me. All right, here we go. 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. Oh boy! What are we gonna do here? What is going on? Oh, that feels like the one. Let me close this up so it doesn't fall off. Your number 1 pick in the 2024 DyNasty rookie draft. That's Grant Simmons. Grant Simmons gets the 101. Can we get a round of applause? The man himself, the man, the myth, the legend. We got number 40. Now let me adjust this going on here. Oh yeah, I set something up. I didn't even do it right. Grant. We got him all over the screen. There we go. Let's update this. As we go. In that number 1 spot is Grant. So, any numbers 31 through 60, we throw them out. We throw them out. Let's keep this going. Yes, hello Caleb Williams. Maybe. Does he want Caleb Williams? Does Grant like the finger paint? You know, the crying with his mom. He likes it. He has a good family support system. I don't know. Maybe that's the other side of it. Yeah, you know, do you like Caleb? Where does Caleb end up? We'll find out. Number two. All right. Things are tense. I can feel it in all of Northwest Missouri. One fell out. That might be a redo. Let's do a redo. Can't have stuff falling out. Everybody needs a shot. Nope. I'm cranking this thing too hard. That's what he said. Classic 13-year-old problems. Alright. There we go. Don't be mean to it. Don't be mean to it. Let's grab something. Let's grab something out of here. Which one's it gonna be? This one. It's gotta be. Alright, boys. We have something that has never happened in the last rookie draft. We have the number 100, which is shared between Isaac's pick and Dane's pick. So we have a tiebreaker for that Dalton pick and the Dane pick. So I'm going to spin this again and draw a number. I texted Dan and Dalton individually to give me a number between 1 and 100. Whoever's number is closer to the ball I draw out of here gets this pick. Dalton gave me number 52. Dan gave me number 77. So whichever number is closer, 52 or 77, gets the number 2 pick. This is high stakes, and it is a big jump from 5 or 6 to number 2. All right. What do we have here? And the number that has the number 2 overall pick. Number 80. Dan Meyer has number 2 overall pick. We got a champion at number 2. That's number 80 right there. So, let's add him in here. We got any clapping? We got some clapping. We got some applause. We got some applause. Now, while this is big for Dan, doesn't really matter for Dan a whole lot. You know, Dan's already got a good team. What it does matter for is how we bully Dane. Because what you could say to people like Dane... Hold on, let me get to Dan. What you could say about people like Dan, or Dane, incompetent, scumbag, scum of the earth, the lower thing on your boot, the under cheese. That's kind of where Dane's at right now. I don't know how he's going to recover from it. Maybe just only trade with me when you want to do this. But, hey, Desmond Ridder, am I right, boys? What a trade. Okay. Let me update this. Old Daniel right there. Okay. So, 80 was part of a tiebreaker. I'm not going to take... That doesn't mean I take 80 away from Harris and Chris. Jet. I got it. I had to. Desmond can ball. Where will he be balling? I think the UFL starts soon. I think the UFL starts up pretty soon. He could probably ball over there. But 80 ball. That goes back in. That was just for tiebreaker. That goes back in. Okay, let's mix these bad boys up again. Okay. Number 3, overall pick. Number 3. It is... That's the number, and that's the line. Okay. Who is this? Okay. So the 3rd overall pick, you got number 66, and that's John. So John, you get the number 3 overall pick. A little DMX music for you. Let's update that. Oh yeah, I gotta give you your name. Good job, John. Good job, John. You played a good game this season to get that pick that you need. John. Okay. Where are we at so far? We got Grant, Dan, and John. So remaining, we have Dalton's 2 picks and Harris and Chris. So, let's keep going again. For number 4, let's see where we're at. Okay. What number is this? I don't think it matters. Yeah, it's the same either way. All right. So, with the 4th pick, number 96, Dalton's 2nd pick is number 4. So the pick he got from Isaac, from Logan, Dalton's 2nd pick. Dalton number 2 goes right here. Dalton 2. What else we got? What can we play over here? What's it? I haven't played this. There's got to be something. Yeah, I'll just do clapping. Great trade, Dalton. Great trade to get that pick. Number 4. Okay. Comes down to Harrison, Chris, and Dalton for this last selection. We're rolling pretty good with no duplicates. So let's see if we can keep that rolling. Okay. We got 97. That's Dalton's second pick. So we don't want to do that. We got 36. That's Grant's pick. We're running into duplicates now. All right, we got one. Hasn't been got yet. All right, with your fifth pick in the draft, number 25 goes to Dalton. Number 5 pick goes to Dalton. That means number 6 pick goes to Harrison Chris. Let's update that. Excellent work, gentlemen. Ooh. And that will reflect in your second round picks, your third round picks, fourth round picks. So in total, let's bring this up over here. We'll get everybody in here. That's the lottery. And we'll make this official so it's like you know what your pick is. That's the lottery. That's the lottery. That's the actual people with the lottery. Grant, Dan, John, Dalton, Harrison, Chris. So what I'm going to do is change this real quick and show you what the first round is going to look like. What the actual order is, whether you traded your pick or not. So you're going Grant, Dan, John. This will be Isaac. This is actually Dane and Jet. You have Dalton here at 5, Harrison Chris here at 6. You got Tim at 7. Then it goes Jason, Brandon, Logan, me, Dan. So across all the order, that's what it looks like. So without trades, that's the order. So Dane and Jet, if you got your second round pick, I don't even know if you do, you got the 202. Isaac, if you got your second, I don't know if you do, you got the 204. That's kind of how it goes. But I think that takes care of the lottery. More rules. Send them to me. I'll put together something. Great work on your 2023 season. Dynasty doesn't end. You can start making moves immediately. Go ahead, figure out your strategy with this draft, with your off-season moves. You can make trades. You can still sign people on Wednesdays. Logan says, it's time to shake things up. You got to change up how your team is. If you don't like how it ended, make it something new. Make it something new. You can do anything. So, let's talk about rules a little later. For now, congrats to the lottery winners. Congrats to really anybody in the lottery. If you're getting top 6, you're getting a good player. So, we'll wrap it up there. We'll talk to you later. Good job, everybody. Keep grinding.